y'all. This is Morel White, President of the Arlington Black Employees Council. Welcome to our latest edition of Black Table Talk. As you know by now, the Black Table is where we come to discuss issues or concerns that affect people of color. It is also a place to celebrate diversity, raise awareness, and highlight pop culture. Through music and song, our lives have been chronicled. The joy, pain, elation, and despair of our human experience have all been conveyed in music. There's no greater passion for movement than through music. Today, we are kicking off Black History Month, the ultimate celebration of our culture, by highlighting the Icebox radio show. The Icebox airs every Thursday night and is known as the place where music lovers come to chill. The format is Quiet Storm, and they often have theme nights and highlight specific artists. Today, we are joined by the two radio personalities who take listeners on that journey every Thursday night. Please welcome to the Black Table the lovely Desire Renee and the dashing Casanova Brown. Come on in the room, y'all. Join us at the table.
Well, what an intro.
Hello, hello.
Yeah,
Hello. How are y'all doing today?
wonderful.
Wonderful. Okay.
I've been called a lot of things in life, but dashing, wow, that's a nice descriptive adjective.
I
How are
got
you,
you. I
John?
got you.
How are you,
All
John?
right. We got Lovely and Dashing here at the Black Table with their Icebox t-shirts on. I'm so impressed. You know,
Oh
you
yeah,
coordinate. You
Coordinate,
coordinate.
coordinate.
it's Icebox
It's,
Thursday.
And we just happen to be recording on a Thursday. You're right.
yeah.
You're right. So
Mhm.
before we get to all that goodness, let's start with our first question. And I want you to tell me about the inception of the Icebox. How did all of this start?
Well, it started way, 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 way back in his childhood.
Okay.
Let my mother tell it.
Yeah. Let Miss Martha tell it. He's always had this affinity for music. And growing up, he would listen to music in his room and be recording and acting like he was a DJ. So that's kind of like the beginning. You can take it from there to where the actual show started at.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I was a late bloomer. So in high school, on Friday and Saturday nights, when y'all were at the proms or at the dances and all that, I was at home wishing that I had a date, listening to Kevin Slow Jam and James and Melvin Lindsay. So
Yes.
I
Legends.
right, and I would just make slow jam tapes, and I would sell them to the athletes that were going out on the dates. I would sell them for $5, and then my parents traveled all the time, so I was always the person. My mother, Tony, make me a tape so we can listen to on the road. So I just was always into the timing and the inception of bringing in a song after a break or something, and
Mm-hmm.
just kind of manifested itself to I started doing a radio show that played all types of music, and I mentioned that I would love to do a slow jam show, and I was afforded the opportunity to start one, and the Icebox was birthed.
Awesome. Awesome. So, Desire Renee, did you have that same type of affinity for the slow jams when you were growing up, or did it come later?
I've listened to all types of music growing up. I'm
Mhm.
not from the DC area, but I do know about the Quiet Storm because when I moved here, that was hot, that was going on.
Same here.
Um, the getting into the radio personality portion of it wasn't anything that I really wanted to do. I did an internet show previously with another co-host that had passed, and that was kind of
Mhm.
like a sports and any type topic that we wanted to discuss. But he was also into music as well. We would
Okay.
go and we would record concerts at Bethesda Blues and Jazz, and I would interview the people and things of that nature.
Hmm.
And once that ended, I was done with it until I met Tony.
Hmm.
And he interviewed me on his previous show for my business and my company that I run. DKD and Associates. And then when he said he was going to start the Icebox show, he asked if I would do it, and I told him no. I didn't want to. I didn't want to do that anymore.
Uh-huh.
But we know how persuasive he can be,
Okay.
and I sat in on the show, and I liked it. Kind of brought back memories and everything.
Mhm.
So I've been there ever since.
Okay. Well, that's a awesome story and good to hear the inspiration. I must share that I used to do the same thing, making the slow jam tapes. And actually, what I would do, like, and I still have my cassettes, by the way.
I do too.
Oh, yep. I did 20 volumes, aka 20 cassettes of Smooth Grooves. I did 20 volumes of slow jams, and I did 20 volumes of Songs of Passion.
Oh
And
wow.
I still have all those cassettes. And I must share that sometimes when I listen to your show, you play songs that I have on some of those tapes. So it lets me, makes me feel validated, like I was doing a little something, something.
Right, right. I go back to my tapes to program this show. So
Yes,
yeah.
yes. And I must say that growing up in the country where I did, we had one R&B radio station. It was WJJS out of Lynchburg, and they used to have the Quiet Storm format every night, and they did an extended show on Sundays. After all the gospel went off, it was slow jams for the rest of the night. And so I was concerned when I relocated to the district that I was going to miss that. And little did I know, I walked
Melvin
right
Lindsay.
into Melvin Lindsay at, when I came up to Howard, and it was just like, it's all good. It's all
Yeah,
covered.
yes.
Yes. All right, next question. You told me how you came together as co-host. So what goes into creating the actual show? What is your process?
What's your
my
process?
my process is I wait for him to email me the show, and I create the ambiance for the show, for the
Okay.
photos and things. All of the programming and the song selections. A few times I have given him songs to play, but majority of the shows that we have played, out of the 72 shows that we have done, all of the songs have come from Tony. And he can
Okay.
literally just sit here now and program an entire show from his phone.
Ah, okay.
And he knows how what song is going to sound good with the next song that's coming up. And it's like, how you do that when you hear it all together? He's like, oh, I just put it together.
So it's just divinely inspired, huh?
Yeah, and it's just from doing it for so many years and
Mhm.
listening. And I find myself now. One thing we didn't say is when I asked her to be my co-host. If you think about it, growing up, who did you hear on a Quiet Storm show that wasn't a male by himself?
Hmm.
There wasn't anyone. Everything was
True.
male dominated. So I
That's
wanted
true.
I wanted Icebox to be a little different, where I can run off on a tangent talking about men being in love with a woman, but then I had a woman's point of view to snap back. It wasn't going to be, we were be battling, but I just wanted a woman's point of view to some of the music I was playing.
Hmm.
When I interviewed her on another show, we had to stop because when she said her first word, we all were like, wow. I mean, I had spoken to her before, but I didn't hear the radio voice until I interviewed her. And when the first words came out of her mouth, we were like, she has a radio voice. My mind started turning then, and I started doing research, and I was like, oh, she's done radio before. So when I
Right,
came
right.
when I came to her, I said I knew everything. I was like, yeah, look, I saw this on YouTube, blah blah blah. I want to do this, and I want to take it in a whole another direction. I want to do a duet type thing. And she was like, no, no. And I realized that her co-host had passed, so I gave it what 3 days? No, I'm kidding. I gave it some time, and said this is a good way to honor him. We're doing it a little different, and she still declined, but as a true good friend, she said, I'll support you. So what I'll do is I'll come and I'll be there for your first few shows, to make sure you get over the hump. And she did radio drops for me. And from the radio drops, we let other people hear them. And our mentor, Al Seaforth, the guy that does our intro, he was like, there is no way that you should not be on radio. And I love this idea of the two of you. And he helped me convince her. And now we 72 shows in.
Wonderful. So they ganged up on you, huh?
Yeah, they did. They were not letting me go. I tried everything. It was like, no, you're going to do this. So.
But I think since you highlighted that little difference, I think that is one thing that makes you stand out, because some of the shows that I've watched, you all, you do the poetry pieces, and then you have that exchange where, you drop your, male perspective and you drop your female perspective. And sometimes it gets a little back and forth-ish. And it's almost, kind of like the sex talk and slow jams type of thing. And then I've seen some of your shows where you have people calling in and you have these exchanges with these people who are so dedicated to the Icebox. I think it just speaks to your appeal, to the masses. So
yeah,
where do you
we were accused of being a local show, because we speak to our listeners. We have an ongoing text with some of our listeners. So every Thursday they'll text us requests or something. And I figure if you're listening to me, I owe it to say, Morel, thank you for listening. And I happened to be on a text with another show that was talking about us, saying that show sounds so local. He look at it, he's talking to the people like they're in the studio with him.
Oh,
and
wow.
It angered me so that I spoke about it, and everybody texts me. I mean, from where they were from, you're not local because I listen to you and I'm in Arizona. You're not local because I'm in where's the sergeant from?
He was in Kuwait.
He was in Kuwait.
Oh, wow.
So I came back from set and I just said, hey, I want to thank Nancy from Bowie for listening. I want to thank Sergeant Carter from Kuwait for listening. I want to thank Morel from Virginia. I went through like 25 names.
You let them know real quick, huh?
Real quick.
Sometimes I have to reel him back on that, but I let him go on that one.
Well, there's lots of haterade out there these days, so it is what it is. So where do you see the show going in the future? I mean, what are your thoughts about where you could go?
Oh, wow. We're on internet radio. So, it's worldwide now. I would love to be on terrestrial radio. On terrestrial radio, though, I can't say anything that I want.
Right.
Internet is not FCC regulated, so I can really go off on tangents. But I want to be on more internet radio stations. I would love to have more than one show. We have a show that we're working on now that is not slow jams, where we can, almost like Black Table Talk, where we can interview artists. Because we know all these artists, we manage artists, where we can give them a platform to showcase their music. I have a lot of things in my head. I just want the Icebox to become a household name.
Okay. All right. I've always wanted to do a format like video LP.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where I break down a whole album. But it's harder these days because the albums that come out now aren't like the ones back in the day when every cut was good.
Yeah, right.
Right. So I happen to know that you all sponsor and participate in a lot of charitable events. So tell us about the charitable events that you sponsor and what inspires you to give back to the community.
Well, some of the things that we are involved with are through, I'm an Eastern Star. So some of those are through my Eastern Star organization, which is geared towards charitable services. So through there, we do donations for clothing drives. We help out newborns in needs, which we collect all types of items for newborns, whether it's blankets, diapers, lotions, powders, things for the moms, that we'll give to this organization, and they distribute it to any families that need it as well. We also do the clothing drives and coat drives, and
We feed the homeless.
Feed the
We worked
homeless.
with you feeding the homeless.
Yes.
You sure did. You sure
Yeah.
did.
so
Huh?
it's all about giving back. The show itself is a community service because we're giving music. We're
Mhm.
giving people a chance to just decompress after a long day and just relax and not have to think about anything, get their glass of wine, put their candles on, and just listen to music and let it take you where it wants you to go.
Right.
Okay. All right, let me ask you a fun question. If each of you had to pick one song that represents you as a person in a quiet storm way, what would it be?
Adore Prince.
Easy answer, huh? Okay. Desire Renee?
Oh, oh my goodness. That describes me. A house is
What?
not a home.
House is not a home.
Which
Okay.
version?
Luther.
Oh.
All about Lufa, right? Lufa.
Yes, it's all about Luther. The big
Okay.
The big.
Yeah, Big Luther, definitely so. Okay. We were fortunate enough to be invited by the two of you to a very special event that happened last night. You want to tell the Black Tabletop audience about it?
You break it up. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. You break it up.
Yes, we did our first annual grudge match. Both of us are bowlers,
Mhm.
and we bowl in the league. So last night our teams bowled against each other.
Yeah.
And we decided to do a match to see which team would win. And that would be the winner of the first annual Icebox Grudge match. And my team won.
Okay.
My team won. And I also beat him out as well.
Just to rub it in anymore. So that's why we were breaking up, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
But it was all in fun. We invited our listeners out, our friends out, to just come and watch. And
Mhm.
I'm so glad and so honored that so many people came out last night
Yes.
to
Yes.
Yeah, you
see,
had a good crowd. You had a
to
good
see what
crowd.
was going on. And it was just great. So I want to kind of keep it going, and maybe we can turn it into something that's not during the league. We can actually host our own
Mhm.
Okay.
event and let other people take part in bowling and it not be during a league time.
Well, we were honored to be invited, and it actually allowed us to get out and do what is a fairly new segment for Black Table Talk, and we call it Black Table Talk in these streets.
Oh,
So
that fits you perfectly.
I don't know why you would say that.
You stay in these streets.
So we got to get out in these streets, and we came to the AMF bowling facility out in Waldorf, and we got some footage out there, and we're going to share it with the Black Table Talk audience now so they can see how it all went down at your bowling tournament. Check it out. Hey everybody, it's Morel White, President of the Arlington Black Employees Council, and we're back out in these streets again for Black History Month. We are featuring the radio personalities from the Icebox Radio. Tonight, they're out here having a battle here at the bowling alley. It's all going down. It's smack being talked, it's balls crashing. Come on over and let's meet the two radio personalities. Come on over, Desire Renee and Casanova Brown. This is the lovely Desire Renee. And this is That One, Casanova Brown, and they are the hosts of Icebox Radio. Tell the people why we're here tonight.
Grudge match. We were both semi-pro bowlers, and my team was bowling against her team.
My team won the first game.
Yeah, they won the first game.
So we're here to see who's going to win. It's best out of 3. And whichever team wins, we have a medal that that team will get. And they'll get to keep it until we bowl again.
And we would like to thank y'all for coming out. We really appreciate it.
Okay, so Desire Renee, why don't you tell us why the Icebox is the place where music lovers come to share?
I like that. The Icebox was created by Casanova Brown. It was created to be a love song, a love story. So every week, the show is dedicated to his treasure. And the treasure is the reason each added song unveils realistic emotions. So every week we play slow songs. And to get into the Icebox, we want you to have your candle ready, get your glass of wine or whatever you want to drink, sit back and listen to us.
And how do you two work together to make the Icebox Radio experience?
Doing those hand gestures. It's we're best friends, so it's just natural. The light comes on and we just have a conversation.
It's the chemistry.
It's ultimate chemistry.
Yes.
All right, and as they said, they're carrying on the legacy of the Quiet Storm format that goes way back. And he really said a lot when he spoke about Melvin Lindsay, because when I first came to the district, that's who I used to listen to. So I used to chill with Melvin, and now I chill with the Icebox.
Well, one of the things that makes the Icebox unique is, you know, in the morning drive shows, you have the co-host, you have the co-host thing, where you have the male and the female counterpart, but you don't have that in the evening. Most evening shows are, well, all evening shows are male dominated. So I wanted to make sure I gave a voice to the females, because we're the ones that we're trying to woo the females. So I wanted to make sure I had a strong presence, and she is the voice of the show. I mean, every response we get, they never say, "Ooh, Casanova Brown, your voice is sexy." They talk about her voice and, "Oh yeah, you have some nice songs too." Yeah. So it's an interesting dynamic that it's a duo, male female, doing love songs.
You owe it to yourself to check them out. So tell them when and where they can catch the Icebox.
Every Thursday on NLGradio.com or live 365 at 8 p.m. I won't say what time we end because we typically will go over.
You can reach us on Facebook on the Icebox Radio, Instagram, the Icebox.radio, email icebox.radio@gmail.com.
Be sure to like and follow.
Yes.
Please.
The Icebox, the place where music lovers come to chill.
That's it, that's all. This is Morel White, President of the Arlington Black Employees Council, and we out in these streets. All right, we are here with the Michelle Hollins. She is the wife of Casanova Brown. Show him your shirt, girl. Turn around, show him back the shirt. This is Boss Lady Hollins, okay? So tell the good people, biased or unbiased, what do you like about Icebox Radio?
I like the music lineup. I think it's very relaxing. A good way to chill in the evenings. On Thursday evenings, of course, get that plug from 8 to 10 on Next Level Radio.
Next Level Radio.
Yes.
All right.
They do a lot in the community, is trying to help individuals and promote when someone is in need. As you probably have interviewed other people to see that. So.
As they came out and did a homeless event with us
So
Yes, yes.
the BEC can definitely speak to their charitable functions, and we appreciate Icebox Radio and Michelle Hollins.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Hey everybody, I'm here with Otima Lawson, another fan of Icebox Radio. Otima, tell the people out there, what do you like or love about Icebox Radio?
I love everything about the Icebox Radio. My husband and I, it's Thursday night, we get our wine, we sit, we chill, we listen to the music, we even get up and dance sometimes. That's right, the Icebox is where it's at.
Icebox is where it's at. So that's another testimonial that the Icebox is the place where music lovers come to chill. Thank you. Everybody, I'm here with Ellery Payton. He is a fan and listener of Icebox Radio. Let's find out what keeps him listening to the Icebox. Tell us.
I just like to be able to listen to music I grew up on, regular old R&B. We don't get that kind of music nowadays. All that old school music and real singing, I just enjoy listening to them every Thursday night.
Does it get you in the mood?
Oh, very much so.
All right. Thank you, Ellery.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, I am here with Nancy Hollins, who is known as the #1 fan of the Icebox. So tell us why you are the #1 fan.
Well, first of all, I've been listening to the Icebox since they started. And their first song was Anthony Hamilton's The Point of It All. And I've been listening ever since. Every Thursday at 8 o'clock p.m. I'm listening. And Casanova Brown and Desire Renee, the music is just, you know, you can chill, you can have your wine or whatever you want, just listen to the music. I think I've missed only one show, and I think we're going on 2 years. And so listen to the Icebox. It's a good experience.
All right, you all have heard it from their #1 fan. So what she's saying is the point of it all is the Icebox is where music lovers come to chill.
All right.
Thanks. All right, everyone. We have the results. And the winner of the first annual Icebox Radio Grudge Match is, drum roll please. Who it is? Is it Casanova Brown? Nope. Is it Desire Renee?
Desire Renee.
It's Desire Renee. Flavor Flav.
Sit up, sit down.
Congratulations to Desire Renee, and thanks to Icebox Radio for having the Arlington County Black Employees Council out here in these streets. Until next time, we holla. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed that segment. I think that summed it all up. Anything else you want to share with the Black Table Talk audience, like maybe how and when and where they can catch the Icebox? It's all yours.
Well, we're on every Thursday evening from 8 to 10 p.m., sometimes longer. They can log into Live 365 and search Next Level. Click that icon and they can hear all the music. We're on Facebook at the Icebox.radio. I always get them mixed up. The Icebox Radio on Facebook. On Instagram is the Icebox.radio.
Okay.
They can also check out our website at the Icebox.radio, and our email is the Icebox.radio@gmail.com.
So when you were saying earlier that you look at us on Facebook, let's explain that we come on at the very beginning of the show and in between sets and recap the songs, and we'll go on Facebook Live. Somebody asked last night, how can we watch you? The entire show is not on Facebook Live because they mute us because of the music. So we come in and out of our sets. So it's not the entire show on there.
Yes. So as we said earlier, it just happens to be Thursday today.
Yeah.
So you guys are on tonight. I encourage you, whenever you get to view this video, Black Table Talk audience, to check out the Icebox. Because as they said, the Icebox is where music lovers
come to chill.
So let's chill with Casanova Brown and Desire Renee. I thank you all for joining us today and letting us interview you and shed some light on the Icebox.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you very much. We really appreciate this.
Well, we most definitely will continue to support. I want to thank the Black Table Talk audience for viewing this video. Check out the Icebox, and we'll be on with another edition real soon. Stay blessed.